was diagnosed with coronavirus and has recovered. And now, to help in recovery efforts, he has donated his plasma to help others who are fighting the potentially deadly virus. Once again, joined by Christopher Yackel here to give us an update on how he is doing and how he got involved in this donation. So, Chris, I'm so glad to see you once again. I'm sure this was a scary time for you, right? I was worried about you when we talked to you a few weeks ago here live on Pix 11. First and foremost, how are you feeling now?
Feeling excellent, great. Still a little winded if you do some exercise outside, but I think that's just from the virus and the nodules on the lungs. But otherwise, family's good, everyone's good. We're just still following all the same rules that everybody else who hasn't even been affected by this. You know, staying 6 feet away,
Right.
not going out of the house much, not venturing to the stores, only when needed, and just one person goes.
Yeah, that's all very vital information. You followed the quarantine guidelines here. So I want to get to this, right? You tested once again, you found out you were negative, and you decided to then pay it forward. So what was the process like for you? We're hearing a lot about these antibodies. I spoke to the governor of Connecticut just about a half hour ago about these treatments and how vital they are moving forward. Why did you decide to do this, and how did you go about doing it?
It was a no-brainer. How could you not decide to want to help, number one? So it was brought to my attention that Mount Sinai was the first hospital in New York to offer the, they wanted to know, you know, any recovered people out there more than 14 days with no symptoms, following the CDC guidelines. So I went into Mount Sinai, the internal medicine clinic. They swabbed me again, told me I was negative. They took a blood sample. They got back to me within 24 hours and said, you know, you have a lot of antibodies. We'd like to see if you could donate your plasma. And it was an absolute no-brainer for me. I said, where do I sign up? They sent me an email. I gave them a bunch of information. And then the next day, I heard from New York Blood Centers, and they had me come back into the city on the 67th Street location. And, you know, it's the same building that you donate blood or platelets. Sat down. The woman, Judy, was my phlebotomist. She was great. And she hooked everything up. It was roughly about an hour, no pain. And after that, you had your, you know, snacks that they offer, and you go home. And, you know, the great thing is I can donate again. I'm waiting to hear back to see what I need to do if they need more plasma from me.
So it's a no-brainer, like you said. The FDA officially approved this treatment of transfusions of donor plasma, by the way, to help clear the virus rapidly. You pretty much just answered my next question for you, but I want to highlight it here. Some folks who are looking to do this right now are saying, okay, I'm often a blood donor. I go and donate blood every few months, right? So what's the time span in between that they can allow you to come back and do this again? Because you are saving lives, my friend.
Thank you. According to New York Blood Centers, they said I could donate plasma again in 28 days. But I think because they want to know the level of antibodies, I'm waiting to hear back from Mount Sinai if I need to go back in and get another blood test to see the level of antibodies, because I'm guessing obviously they don't want to harm me. So I sent them another email right away, actually, as soon as I got home that day. And I said, you know, hey, what do I need to do? I know I can donate again on April 30th. So I'm just waiting to hear back again as far as being able to donate again.
Chris, you seem like a pretty selfless individual. How did you feel after doing this?
You just feel like you're helping. You know, that's all you want to do. I was so blessed to have, our family was so blessed to have so many people in our neighborhood help us, between friends and family and local businesses. You know, how could you, as you said, you know, how could you not want to pay it forward? I mean, it's something that you don't even think about. It's just like, okay, I need to help other people that, you know, I was fortunate enough not to be in the hospital. You know, my heart goes out to every single person that lost someone, and people that are still battling for their lives in the hospital, and, you know, are awesome doctors and nurses. I heard from a doctor friend of mine last night, Dr. Giraldo, who's working on the front lines at, you know, at one of the hospitals here on Long Island. So, you know, those people are amazing.
So many people doing the right thing, and I appreciate what you did. Yeah, obviously, Chris. Hey, I know it was your wife's birthday last time. Please say hello to her. Last time we spoke, she also tested negative, which I want to highlight, which is important. But send our love and appreciation to her as well. And I'm so glad for what you're doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I think the community thanks you as well.